Thank you.
So what we're going to do, Heather, since nobody's going to go get Miss Bailey for me.
Miss Bailey, I just saw her. She's out.
Oh, she's just, okay. Conroy, Charlie, then Mohammed. This is 220367 FY, State of Michigan versus Michael Conroy. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Brett Bailey on behalf of the people, P84009.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sophia Nelson of the Neighborhood Defender Services on behalf of Mr. Conroy.
Mr. Conroy, state your name for the record, please, sir.
Michael Conroy.
Thank you. Today is a day and time set for the adjourned PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I still haven't received any discovery from the prosecutor's office in this matter, but it's very urgent because Mr. Conroy is on a $1,500 bond, but has a parole hold. So the only reason he's in jail right now is his parole hold, and we need to get this case moving as quickly as possible as a result. I'd like to set it for a PCC if I can get a commitment from the prosecutor's or preliminary exam, if I can get a commitment from the prosecutor's office to give me discovery.
What is Mr. Conroy's first name?
Michael.
He is domestic, and I don't see the domestic prosecutor that was covering. Ms. Calhoun, what cases are you covering today?
I'm covering Brian Boston for CFAB.
Okay, I don't show the domestic prosecutor today.
Because
She-
I'm filling in, I think I'm filling in for her today. I think it was today.
Okay,
Here's the issue. I don't typically schedule exams until discovery is complete because we only have about 6 per Wednesdays. And I don't like to schedule it and then the day before you call and ask for an adjournment because discovery is not complete. But if you demand the exam, I'll schedule it. So you
Actually, Your
call.
Honor, I do apologize. Today was not the day that Miss Mosisian did ask me to fill in for her.
it's Miss Mandarich. She's coming in now.
Okay.
I believe they're just police reports in this case. I would hope it's not that difficult to send me them. If we could set the exam for 2 weeks out, I think we should be ready.
You want to set the exam? You said 2 weeks out?
Yes.
Heather, is there any room on the 15th?
That depends, because we have 2 at 12, 2 at 12:30, 2 at 1, 2 at 1:30. You have a live formal and a live exam at 11:30 also. So
Is there anything at 2 o'clock?
there is not anything at 2 o'clock.
Is there any reason why we couldn't schedule Mr. Conroy live at 2 o'clock?
Nope, it's your docket, Judge.
It's not my docket, actually. It's your docket that I'm intruding on. Mr. Conroy's exam will be a live exam on June the 15th, 2022 at 2 p.m. Are you scheduling them in courtroom number 2 or are you scheduling them in number 1?
It would be scheduled in courtroom number 2.
6/15/2022 at 2 p.m. in courtroom number 2. We are not scheduling anything else on that day. Heather, okay?
All right.
Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor, just I unfortunately can't do anything to assist Miss Nelson right now in getting her the discovery. There's nothing on evidence.com and I don't have the file. So it being a DV prosecutor's case, I would recommend that she reaches out to them. Unfortunately, I can't do anything.
Can you tell me who I should be reaching out to?
I apologize for interrupting, Your Honor. Patricia Mandernack for the people, P84088. I'm covering this case for APA SONA this morning. So I can ensure that discovery is sent.
Thank you very much. Anything else, Ms. Nelson?
No, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Mr. Conroy, I'll see you on the 15th, sir. Have a good day.
You too, thank you.
This is 201287FY, State of Michigan versus Tyler Charlie. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Bryn Bailey on behalf of the people, P84009.
Good morning.
State your name, sir.
Tyler James Charlie. Sorry.
Thank you. What,
I'm not sure where Mr. Blake is.
He is driving somewhere, but it doesn't look like he's in here anymore.
Mr. Charlie, as soon as your attorney pops back, I will call your case. I'll put it right here. This is 220178FY, State of Michigan versus Mukhtar Mohammed. May I have your appearances, please?
I'll go first. Sophia
On
Nelson.
behalf of the people, Your Honor, P84009.
Sophia Nelson of Neighborhood Defender Services on behalf of Mr. Mohammed.
Today is the day and time set for the adjourned PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding this morning?
I have received all discovery and we would like to set it for exam.
I'm sorry, Mr. Mohammed, state your name for the record, please.
You're on mute,
Unmute
Mr.
yourself and
Mohammed.
state your name.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was on mute. Mukhtar Mohammed?
Thank you. Discovery is complete, Ms. Nelson?
I believe so. I have body cams and police reports. If that's everything, then I have everything.
That live exam date will be,
Judge, you either have June 8th at 11:30, July 13th at 11:30, or we go to July 20th.
June 8th at 11:30.
That would be ideal. Thank you.
June 8th at 11:30 in courtroom number 1. Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Mohammed, does that
Anything
work
else,
for
Ms.
you?
Nelson?
Mr. Mohammed, June 8th at 11:30 a.m. in person. Does that work for you?
Yeah, that's gonna work for me. Thank you.
Nothing else.
Thank you. We're all set, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Edmonds. This is 220368FY, State of Michigan versus Rikai Edwards.
Edmonds.
Edmonds.
Good morning, Your Honor. Bryn Bailey on behalf of the people, P84009.
And good morning, Your Honor. Wilton Hickey and Pete 1520 on behalf of Mr. Edmonds, who is appearing via Zoom. Would you state your name for the record, Mr. Edmonds?
Hi, Edmonds.
Thank you. And you
Thank
consent to
Today's
having
day and
this
time
here
set
today
for the
via Zoom,
PCC
correct?
in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Yes, Your Honor. I've had the opportunity to speak to my client as well as Ms. Bailey. I requested the discovery today. I believe most of it was sent to me already via evidence.com. I'm asking for an adjourned PCC so I can review that discovery and better advise my client on how to proceed in this case, Your Honor.
The adjourned PCC date will be,
How far does he need out?
I can't do June 8th, but any time after that would work.
June 15th, 9 a.m.
That works.
June 15th, 2022 at 9 a.m. That will be in courtroom number 2.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything
Thank you,
else on
Anna.
behalf of the people?
Nothing else on the behalf of the people.
Anything else on behalf of Mr. Edmonds?
Yes, Your Honor. I would ask real quickly to address the tether if possible.
To address what?
A tether. Mr. Edmonds is on a tether, Your Honor.
Have you talked to Ms. Bailey about this request?
I have not.
What's your request, sir?
I'm requesting that we remove the tether. I don't know if it's necessary in this case, and I do believe it's a burden on Mr. Edmonds that would not be necessary to the protection of the public or to ensure that he appears in court.
Ms. Bailey?
Your Honor, I would disagree. We have allegations here that Mr. Edmonds was found at school with an airsoft gun missing the red tip or any tip to indicate that it wasn't a real gun. a lot of marijuana is the allegation, and a 3-inch folding knife as well as vodka. Given the nature that we find ourselves with handguns, even airsoft handguns in schools, I do think that a tether is appropriate.
Your Honor, currently he is suspended from the school. He's going through the proper administrative process to try to get back into school. He was 2 weeks away from graduating. He made a poor decision. However, I don't believe that an airsoft gun, it shoots plastic little things. You could shoot me right here. I'm not going to be injured from that. I don't think that should result in a GPS monitor tether for an 18-year-old with no prior criminal history whatsoever. It was a poor decision, and I understand the times that we're in. However, I don't think we need to electronically track Mr. Edmonds.
I will respectfully disagree with you. Deny your request to remove the tether. Renew it when we see each other on the 15th, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day. Good luck to you, Mr. Edmonds.
You too. Mr. Edmonds, if you got a phone, call me, okay?
Okay.
If not, I'll call your dad. Thank you.
All right. Yeah.
Are the parties ready on Hoffman?
No, Miss Bailey is going to go into the breakout room with his attorney. But I think we should be ready on Mr. Bostian.
Thank you. This is 220372 FY, State of Michigan versus Brian Bostian. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Lindsay Calhoun on behalf of the people, P70869.
And good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Lauren Anderson and Sophia Nelson. My P number is 85191 on behalf of Brian Bostian, who is present on Zoom from the Wayne County Jail.
Mr. Bostian, state your name for the record, please.
Brian Bostian, Your Honor.
Thank you. Today is the day and time for the PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, Ms. Calhoun is in the process of trying to get me discovery. It's my understanding it's rather voluminous. She did finally was able to get me one link last night. I know she needs to get you to sign a protective order to get me some of the rest of it. If we could do two things, set him for a relatively quickly adjourned PCC, and also I'd ask for a DSU report in hopes that we could possibly address his bond at the PCC.
The PCC date will be?
I'm sorry, Judge. Did they say how long they needed? A week,
Said
2 weeks?
relatively short, but she's looking for a DSU report as well. So you know how long that takes.
They're typically 1 week is what they've been in the past, as long as there's no days off.
So do you want next week at 8:30?
If we could do that, I would appreciate it.
Yeah.
June 8th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. back here in number 1. Heather, I made a note on the file to refer to DSU, but I'm sure you have notes as well. Anything else on behalf of the people?
Your Honor, we're sending a protective order for the Kids Talk tape. Can you understand me? I don't know. Sometimes my audio is.
I can, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if I could email you a protective order for you to sign so that we can release the Kids Talk video today, that would be wonderful, or as soon as possible.
My secretary will put her email in the chat, or Heather will, and you can send it to them.
Yep,
And I'll
doing
sign
it
it as
now.
soon as they bring it in.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the defendant?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I will see you next week. Have a good day.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, you and your staff have a wonderful day and thank you.
Thank you. I'll see you next
Can I have
week.
my attorneys call me? Can I have my attorney, Sophia Nelson, get a hold of my mother or me?
We're going to do that, Mr. Boston, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Both of them. No problem.
All right, so right now we have no pairs. We're still waiting for Mr. Blake. Mr. Charlie, do you have Mr. Blake's number?
Yes.
If you'd be able to just mute yourself and maybe call him and let him know that we are ready for him.
Ms. Belcher,
Yes, Your Honor.
I think we're ready. I saw Stefan Edwards. Have you already spoken to the prosecutor in this matter?
I have. I just need to speak with Mr. Edwards briefly. I didn't want to just pull him into the courts. I know the court has a system for checking people in, so I was waiting until he appeared in my waiting room.
I'm sorry. I need to put him in with the clerk first, Leanna, and then whenever they're done.
Yeah, no problem. I didn't want to touch anything. That's why I'm just
Thank you.
waiting for him to appear in the waiting room.
220373 FT, State of Michigan versus Fred Hoffman.
Good morning, Your Honor. Bryn Bailey on behalf of the people, P84009.
Vanessa Hamilton on behalf of defendant, P82107.
Mr. Hoffman, unmute yourself. State your name for the record, please.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted.
Today's the day and time set for the PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, we're still waiting. Well, we just got sent over the last little bit of discovery, so we were hoping to just adjourn this PCC to give us some time to check it out and address it.
That adjourned PCC date will be
June 8th or June 15th.
I could do June 8th. Mr. Hoffman, would you be available to do a Zoom hearing on June 8th?
Yes, certainly. Yes.
June 8th at what time?
At 9:45.
June 8th at 9:45, back here with me in courtroom number 1. Anything else, Ms. Bailey?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Anything else, Attorney Hamilton?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Hoffman, before you go, when you were last in court, you were directed to contact the collections department. You owe the court $902 on some unrelated matters. Please contact this court's collection department to make arrangements to make payments in these matters, okay?
Yeah, is that the Romulus court?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, because I had other matters that I started to pay on. I didn't know that I had this one as well. Thank you for notifying me of that. I'll certainly contact them.
Thank you, sir. You have a wonderful day.
You too, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. This is 201287 FY, State of Michigan versus Tyler James Charlie. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Bryn Bailey on behalf of the people, P84009.
Good morning, Your Honor. Wright Blake appearing on behalf of Tyler Charlie, P37259.
Charlie, state your name again for me,
Oh.
please.
I'm sorry, Tyler James Charlie.
You're fine. Today is the day and time set for the PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Judge, I was recently retained in this matter. I haven't received discovery yet. It's 10 counts, so I expect to have a lot of discovery. We'd ask the court to give us another PCC date, please.
How far out do you want it, sir?
I was told by the prosecution next week, which is impossible for me.
The
And I
15th
was
is
told,
fine if you're available.
no, Judge, it's June is like horrible. I'm booked every day. Multiple times, in person, out in person, you know.
Is July 6th?
July 6th?
6th, yes, sir.
July 6th is good.
We'll do that at 9:45.
And who is that? Is that,
That's Judge Green.
thank you. July the 6th, 2022, 9:45 in courtroom number 3 with Judge Green. Anything else on behalf of the people?
Just for the
Is
record, Your
that-
Honor, I have sent Mr. Blake all of the discovery. If he has any issues or is missing anything, I would just ask that he please reach out to me.
Anything else, Mr. Blake?
No, ma'am. Is that in person or Zoom?
It's by Zoom again. sir.
Hello? Okay, thank you, Judge.
Anything else?
Nothing further. Have a great
Nothing
day.
further.
Thank you. Mr. Charlie, good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Judge Leanna wanted to handle Mr. Edwards. He won't stay in the breakout room, so you
That's
can handle
fine.
that one.
It's right here. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Is Ms. Gillis back, though? Yes. This is 201594 SM, State of Michigan versus Stefan Edwards. May I have your appearances, please?
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
And good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court, Leanna Belcher on behalf of Mr. Edwards. Mr. Edwards, can you please stay still, sir, and state your name for the record?
Stefan Edwards.
Today is the day and time set for the pretrial in this matter. Final pretrial. How are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, I would need to speak with Mr. Edwards to see if he brought proof of his treatment. Upon showing that proof to the prosecutor's office, they've agreed to dismiss this case, but I have not been able to receive the proof from Mr. Edwards. So Mr. Edwards, have you brought
Mr.
that?
Edwards, are you able to hear Ms. Belcher right now?
Yeah, I hear.
Do you have proof of treatment with you?
No, it's not with me. It's with my
Where is
therapist.
it?
It's with my therapist. I thought she sent it, but I guess it didn't go through.
No, I have not received it. So given that, Your Honor, would you allow us a short adjournment so that we can again reach out to his therapist and try to get that proof sent to me?
Adjourned pretrial date will be,
How far do you want, Miss Belcher?
I'm on the state docket on the 15th. I don't know if 2 weeks out is too far.
Nope, that's fine. 9:30?
That's perfect.
the pretrial is adjourned to June the 15th, 2022 at 9:30 a.m. in courtroom number 2. There's a notation in the file now that the defendant to provide proof of treatment. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Edwards, please follow up with Ms. Belcher with that information, sir, and you have a wonderful day, sir. Good luck to you.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Mr. Metzger, have you spoken with your attorney this morning?
No, ma'am, not this morning.
Attorney Nelson, do you need to speak to him?
No, Your Honor, we spoke yesterday.
Oh, wonderful. 220381 FY, State of Michigan versus Blake Alexander Metzger. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Patricia Mandernack for the people, P84088.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sophia Nelson of the Neighborhood Defender Services on behalf of Mr. Metzger.
Today is the day and time set for the PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, we haven't received any discovery in this case, so I'd ask for an adjourned PCC.
I'm sorry, Mr. Metzger, did I ask you to state your name?
No, ma'am, you haven't.
Would you please?
Blake Alexander Metzger.
Thank you. Discovery outstanding.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I would just need Attorney Nelson's contact information so that I can send her the discovery. Or I'm not sure if APA SONA has it.
I'm gonna put my email in the chat.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
So that would be for Conroy
And Metzger, yes. Thank you so much.
So we're adjourning the PCC.
Yes, Your Honor.
That new date will be.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want sooner or later, Miss Nelson? June 8th, June 15th?
I can do June 8th.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. SONA is not available on June 8th.
Okay. June
June
5th,
15th by default. At what time?
9:15.
9:15 a.m. on June the 15th. It'll be courtroom number 2. Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else on behalf of Mr. Metzger?
No, ma'am.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Metzger, I'll see you on June 15th, sir. Have a good day.
You too, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Nowicki, 220370 FY, State of Michigan versus Stacy Nowicki. May I have your appearances, please?
Josh Holloman. Mr. Holloman, are you on? Mr. Holloman or Holman?
I'm trying to find a number for him.
He's here. Good morning, sir. Would you state your name for the record?
Good morning, Your Honor. John Coleman on behalf of the people.
Thank you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sophia Nelson on behalf of Ms. Nowicki.
Ms. Nowicki, unmute yourself, state your name for the record, please.
Stacy Jacqueline Nowicki.
Today is the day and time set for the PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I have not received any discovery in this matter either, so I would ask for a new CC. Mr. Holman, do you have?
Make a notation in the file that discovery is outstanding. Mr. Holman, the email is in the chat.
Yes, Your Honor, I see that, and I will send the discovery as soon as I can.
The adjourned PCC date, Heather?
How far, do you want the 15th, Ms. Nelson, since you're here?
Yes,
All right, 9:15 again?
yes, that's perfect.
Can we do a different date than the 15th? I have 7 cases up that day.
Sure, June 22nd?
That's much better, yes.
Ms. Nelson, is it good for you?
As long as it's in the morning, I have a preliminary exam in the afternoon.
Yep, 9:15.
Yep.
June 22nd, 9:15, courtroom number 2.
2, yeah.
Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else on behalf of Ms. Nowicki?
Ms. Nowicki, does that date work for you? June 22nd, 9:15?
Yep. June the 22nd.
Yep.
Yes, that's fine.
Nothing else.
Thank you. We're all set, Ms. Nowicki. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Wow.
Good morning, Ms. Dunn.
Morning.
How are you, ma'am?
Good. How are you?
I am wonderful. Is your client with you? Fingers crossed that he is.
Judge, he's in the Wayne County Jail, as far as I know.
Oh.
No?
County came and left. Heather will get on it, track him down and get him on.
Yep, I'm looking now.
Thank you, Heather.
You know, let me see if I can text
He
his
wasn't
girl.
at 8:30, so I didn't think he was in custody.
Yep, they still have them, Judge. I'll call back.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Heather, am I all set for today? I've gotten through my clients, but I was duty today and I don't know if anything else came in.
I need to know about Bielski, Brandon Bielski. Who is he assigned to?
He's mine.
Lauren Anderson. Okay. Then yeah, I think you're good. Sophia, if you're able to chat me your phone number just in case we have issues and or so that I have it for next time.
Yep,
Don't send her
Thank
your
you.
phone number. She'll start sending you jokes and stuff. Don't do it. Don't
I
fall
love
for
jokes.
that.
There's always a reason behind it.
Yeah, I learned the hard way with you, lady.
I don't get any jokes.
Thank
She'll
you.
see
I got it.
dancing frogs or something. Cats playing pianos or whatever.
just sent you, Lauren.
Oh, I see Hudson here. Great. In the waiting room for a moment. Ms. Edwards, good morning. Stephanie Edwards?
That's my business.
I know. I just wanted her to know that the case had been adjourned already.
I can talk to her about what's going on.
Thank you, ma'am.
Do you want me to put her in your room, Jane?
Well, she's got to know to go meet me there.
Well, I
Yeah.
should be able to just put her in there.
Oh, okay. I'll go to my-
Ours is automatically moves.
And then Heather, my next question would be, were you able to get in contact regarding Mr. Edgar so we can get this done on her day?
I did, and they said that they will Zoom in as soon as they can. Miss Edwards, if it's asking you to join, can you please join that Zoom, that breakout room? Okay, now she's in there. Miss Anderson, do you need to speak to the prosecutor on any of your cases while we have a lull in defendants?
Nope, I think I've been emailing them prior, so they should be.
Okay, good. So you're good. Okay.
But thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss Dunn, are you on both of Mr. Edgar's cases?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna get
Well,
you discovery on the second one.
The felonies anyway, I don't know if is one a
Um,
misdemeanor? Like
no,
a city
ma'am.
case?
I have two felonies. One's the B&E reissue, and then the second one is larceny 1,000 or more, but less than 20.
Right, those are both mine.
Okay, cool. I'll make sure you get discovery on those. Wow, we're waiting.
I think I have it on at least one of them. Let me, can I get your email, Miss Bailey?
Yeah, I'll drop it in the chat.
Perfect.
So Miss Anderson, when because I know Mr. Hezekiah Hudson is here, have you and Mr. Nunley kind of spoke? Because he has the misdemeanor portion of it, you have the felony portion.
I have not spoken to Mr. Nunley about the misdemeanors, just.
I would love to jump into a breakout room though and chat about it.
Okay, I'll put you guys in a breakout room.
Before that, Mr. Nunley, I have you next to Ricky Mitchell.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything from him.
Okay, then I'll leave it be. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Miss Anderson, you want to?
Yeah.
Are you grabbing her, Royce?
Yeah, I'll
Yep,
put her
please and thank you.
into my breakout room. Okay.
Mr. Parker. Kathy, I didn't get a chance to say good morning to you, but good morning.
Please do not put anything in the chat. We're asking that you please mute your device. Please do not put anything in the chat.
Good morning, Mr. Parker.
Good morning. How are you?
I am super, sir. How are you?
Great.
Mr. Parker, do you need to speak to the prosecutor on any of your cases, or are you good to go on all three that you are assigned to?
I'm pretty much good to go. I'm having trouble with Mr. Nortington.
As in discovery or as in the defendant?
Let me call you right back. With the defendant. I can't find him right now. Did he check in?
No, he has not.
Okay. We have talked before, but I haven't seen him. But my other two clients, I'm ready to go. Ms. Bennett and Mr. Bryant.
All right, when they appear, we will bring them out and let them know. Royce, while we're waiting, there's one in your MIDC room if you wanna.
There is.
Yes.
Okay.
Heather, you said something earlier about the warrants.
Mm-hmm.
The only ones I have are for Hudson on civil infractions, so.
Oh, okay, good.
Next attorney checking in.
You put him back in the waiting room, but if he calls his attorney and he jumps on, I'll do it now. He doesn't have to wait till 9:45.
All right.
Just because he's here, we're not.
Right. I understand that. That's why I was waiting for the attorney and then I would bring them both in. Mr. Metcalf or Mr. Bragadon, if you can call your attorney and ask him to jump on, we can handle it now.
All right, no problem.
Thank you.
I know you know, ma'am. My apologies. I'm looking at the 11 o'clock when it starts getting a little.
Judge, I'm going to step away for 1 minute, please.
So I'll come rearrange your frogs, no problem. Thanks for the heads up.
as easy as they normally are?
Yeah, even faster. That was making me a broker right. That was 30 seconds.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
For the Hudson cases where they're going to be called at the same time, I'm looking for. Ms. Gillis is in with someone, but are you ready on Hudson for the felony?
I believe Ms. Gillis is going to be handling all of Mr. Hudson's cases in total.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
I'm moving him to the main room.
Thank you.
Heather, do you know who the prosecutor is for Carlos Walker?
That would be Jane.
Okay, I'll need to speak with her when I see her.
These are 220241 FT and 210588 SM. These are both State of Michigan versus Hezekiah Hudson. May I have your appearances, please?
Do we have Ms. Gillis?
Bryn,
Bryn Bailey on behalf of the people.
Thank you.
Roy Snelly on behalf of the defendant regarding the misdemeanor portion of the case.
And Neighborhood Defender Service by Lauren Anderson, P85191, on behalf of Hezekiah Hudson, who's present on Zoom on the felony case.
Mr. Hudson, state your name for me, please.
Mr. Hezekiah Hudson.
Thank you. As relates to the misdemeanor, today is the day and time set for the adjourned pretrial. How are we proceeding, Mr. Nunley?
I believe that we're just asking for another adjournment. I'm kind of along for the ride because the felony case, I believe that any resolution would probably entail a global resolution. So I'm kind of just on the back burner here, following the Neighborhood Defender Service wherever they go.
And
So,
Judge,
Ms. Anderson, where are we as relates to the PCC?
for the felony, we are going to exam Judge. Ms. Gillis did get me this morning the last little bit of discovery we were looking for, so we can set it for exam.
An exam date?
July 13th or July 20th.
Both of those are fine, so whatever works best for the group.
11:30 either
Exam
or.
July 13th, at what time?
11:30.
At 11:30 a.m. That's with me in courtroom number 1. And Mr. Hudson, you also have with this court 18U3121887B18 V007147OI. These are civil infractions where you owe the court money. There are warrants currently out for you regarding these matters. And as much as you've appeared timely this morning, the court will recall the warrant, sir, but you need to contact the court's collection department. You owe a total of $822. You need to reset a payment plan in this matter. You can come to the court and make payments. You can mail them in. You can go online. It says contact us. You can hit that drop down and make a request for a payment plan. Understood?
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Please do that within the next 5 days, okay?
Yes, ma'am. We'll do it.
Anything else in this matter, Ms. Anderson?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Nunley?
Nothing further, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Hudson, good luck to you. Have a good day.
You as well. Bye-bye.
Good morning, Your Honor and staff. At Jail Division 1, Camera 1, I got Sean Edgar as requested.
Thank you, sir. These are 220344FY and 220327FY. State of Michigan versus Sean Egger.
Morning, Your Honor. Bryn Bailey on behalf of the people, P84009.
Morning, Your Honor. Susan Dunn on behalf of Mr. Edgar on both cases.
Thank you. Both of these matters are scheduled for arraignment this morning. Ms. Dunn, for purposes of arraignment, what say you, ma'am?
Your Honor, as far as arraignment, I waive formal reading, stand mute on both cases.
Thank you. Mr. Edgar, state your name for the record, sir.
John Kelly Edgar.
Thank you. Any comment as to bond in these matters, Ms. Dunn?
Well, Your Honor, this case has been crazy. Mr. Edgar had a personal bond on his other cases that were before you when we held the exam. I did make a bond argument, and Your Honor was gracious enough to grant him a $10,000 personal bond on, he had 3 cases, and you required a tether. Since then, for some reason, the jail thinks that he has a $1,000 cash bond on one of his cases, and he's been unable to get out. I've been working with Heather, and she's been so nice and working so diligently, but I haven't been able to get the jail to understand that he has personal bonds. I'm asking you to give him personal bonds on these cases also. He's been in for roughly 120 days on the other cases, and one of these is a reissue as well.
I'm looking at the bond recommendation form, and they're asking 50,000, 10%, indicating he has parole violations, a history of failing to appear, repeat offender, parole absconder. Ms. Bailey, any comment as to bond in these matters?
Your Honor, I would say that I do understand that Mr. Edgar has been in custody for an extended period of time. And Ms. Dunn's statement that one of the cases that is before Your Honor this morning is in fact a reissue. If the court is inclined to give a lower bond, I would just ask that there's a GPS tether. We are looking at 2 breaking and entering and larceny cases. But as for type or amount of bond, I would leave it in the discretion of the court. Just leave those for note.
And Your Honor, I would like to mention that Mr. Edgar has been in touch with his parole officer, and I have verified this myself. And the Michigan Department of Corrections is not going to impose any further sanctions for his parole. They are requesting some outpatient drug treatment, I believe, which he's very happy to do. But in light of the fact that Your Honor had previously given him personal bond, I would ask you to go ahead and do that, and we're not objecting to a tether. I will also mention, Your Honor, that his girlfriend stays in constant touch with me, so I don't think this is going to be a matter of him absconding.
Thank you. Mr. Edgar's bond in both files will be set at $5,000 personal. He is not to be released without tether. And Ms. Dunn, have you received discovery in both matters?
I have it on one, Your Honor, but I will make sure I have it on both, and I will be emailing Ms. Bailey to make sure that we have everything we need. I have it on one for sure because it was a reissue.
Yes.
I have to double check on the new one.
The reissue, the only thing that I think would need to be updated for yourself, Ms. Dunn, would be making sure you have the updated information document itself. I don't think that the charges have changed between issuance. They have not. But just for records and documents sake, I will get you the updated information on that. And then I've just sent over the paper on the larceny of the remembrance tricycle, 1,000 to 20,000, and have requested digital on that, and we'll get that over to you as soon as I can.
Thank you, Ms. Bailey.
So we're looking at adjourned PCC?
Yes, ma'am.
For how far? Ms. Dunn.
Your Honor, I think, let's see, a week or two. I don't want to go too far out. I could do the 8th or the 15th. I think you just do these on Wednesdays, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
If Mr. Edgar hopefully gets out of jail, we can do it June 8th at 10:30. If he's still in custody, it'll be at 8:30. But I do have a question for the jail before we release him.
This is Deputy Heron, Wayne County.
Do you know, is the issue with Mr. Edgar not getting out that his tether states that he has to be placed at a certain facility?
Oh, I had to pay $1,000 bond last Thursday. I paid it.
Stand by, let me check on that for you.
If you could, please, because I wonder if that's part of the problem, because in the beginning, Ms. Dunn, I think we were supposed to place him at a facility. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do remember that.
And I'm hoping that's not what holding him up on his tether. I'm not sure.
Okay, I know because we've had so much trouble getting him out of jail.
Carlos Walker.
We're still looking, just stand by.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
Want to give you accurate, full information here.
Thank you. Carlos Walker.
Ms. Bennett, your case is gonna be the next one called, so get somewhere where you can be still, okay?
Oh, I'm at work, so I have clients.
I understand. I understand. Mr. Parker, did you need to speak to her?
No, Your Honor, we're ready to set a next court date.
Thank you. Mayor, Heather, I'll call the case, and when the jail comes back with Mr. Edgar, I'll let him come on, okay?
You.
220323FY, State of Michigan versus Bennett. May I have your appearances, please?
Mariah Bennett.
Good morning, Your Honor. Bryn Bailey on behalf of the people, P84009.
Good morning. NDS Detroit by James Parker on behalf of Ms. Bennett, P53832.
Today is the day and time set for the PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, we would like a preliminary examination date.
Is discovery complete, sir?
I believe we have everything at this point in time, Your Honor.
That live exam date will be?
July 20th or August 24th.
Let me do. July 20th.
July 20th.
11:30.
2022 at 11:30 a.m. here in courtroom number 1. Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Parker?
I have nothing at this time. It will be Ms. Bailey on this case.
Unclear.
I didn't hear you.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, that'll be fine. I'll work it out. Thank you.
Thank you much. Ms. Bennett, I'll see you on July 20th. Have a good day.
You too as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Miss Bayhick, are you ready on Dawkins?
I was wondering if there's a way that I could get in a breakout room with Miss Bailey.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Well, are we done with you, Miss Bailey, and Edgar? Just so that I don't want to let you go if we need you.
I didn't hear a date.
For Mr. Egger?
Yeah, I
It's
didn't
Ju-
think.
It's June the 8th at 10:30. If for some reason
Okay.
he's still in custody, it'll be 8:30. And Heather, we're just trying to get to the bottom
Okay.
of what's holding Mr. Egger.
Okay. Then Bryn, can you
Okay.
jump in your breakout room and I will put Miss Bayhick in there.
Will do.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much.
Your Honor,
sir.
ma'am and staff, I just looked in the computer in Odyssey. Third Circuit doesn't have anything updated, but they listed him as an absconder and tether violator. His next court date is June 24th. There's no other update as of April 27th in the Odyssey.
And I just paid the fine too.
So he'll be on at 8:30 next week with us then, if Third Circuit's holding him.
On 2 cases, Your Honor.
So I'm understanding that right, Heather? We'll see Mr. Egger at 8:30 next week.
Correct, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Egger, 8:30 next
Okay.
Wednesday morning.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Martin.
Mr. Edgar, call me if you get out. Thank you.
Okay, can you come see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I will. If you're still in, hopefully you won't be there.
Oh, yeah, all right, thank you.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Dunn. Have a good day.
Everybody have a great day.
This is 2S403305 A, B, and C. These are State of Michigan versus Rashard Thomas. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning. Hello?
Royce Nunley appearing on behalf of the defendant.
State your name, Mr. Thomas.
Rashard Thomas speaking, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I'm sorry,
Sir,
Jane
today-
Gillis.
Thank you, Ms. Gillis. Today's the day and time set for your arraignment in this matter. Mr. Nelson, you've had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Thomas.
Yes, I have. For purposes of the arraignment, we waive formal reading and stand mute. For purposes of the pretrial, Ms. Gillis indicated that if my client was able to obtain insurance, then she would offer him a reduced charge of operating without a license and impeding traffic for dismissal of the other charges. My client has indicated that him, either his fiance or his wife or girlfriend, has indeed obtained insurance on the vehicle. So that's where we stand.
We can go ahead with the deal if you,
Yep, so in that case, my client would like to accept the offer put forth by the prosecutor and plead guilty to operating without a license and impeding traffic in exchange for dismissal of the no insurance and the basic speed.
I'm sorry, there's some background noise that I'm getting, Mr. Nelly. So you say no ops and impeding?
Yep, impeding.
And dismissing the no insurance.
Correct.
Mr. Thomas,
Yes, ma'am.
were you able to hear Mr. Nunley just now?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you raise your right hand, sir?
Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
swear or affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you understand that if the court accepts your pleas this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, ma'am.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine any witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, you're entering these pleas freely and voluntarily?
Voluntarily.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead in these matters?
No, ma'am.
Sir, is it true that on May 3rd, 2022, Michigan State Police found you to be impeding traffic in Van Buren Township?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, is it also true that on May 3rd, 2022, Michigan State Police found you to be operating a vehicle with no operator's license on your person?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, that was in Van Buren Township.
Yes, ma'am. It was.
I'm sorry, Mr. Thomas, you can put your hand down.
Oh, yes, yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Ms. Gillis?
satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Nunley?
Satisfied.
Okay, this
Mr. Thomas, the court accepts your plea of responsible to the impeding traffic will assess fines and costs totaling $180 as previously agreed by and between the attorneys. The civil and, I'm sorry, the no insurance, which is 53A, is being dismissed. And there's a guilty plea on the no operator's license on person. Any comments as to fines and costs in this matter, Mr. Nunley?
I'd leave it to the discretion of the court.
Thank you. Mr. Thomas, the court will assess a fine of $100, cost of $100. There's $75 crime victims fee, $50 mandatory state cost, and $20 fund fee.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, that's a total of $345. Are you able to pay that within the next 5 days?
No, ma'am. I would actually have to get on a payment plan.
Then, Mr. Thomas, what you will do is you will go onto the court's website. There is a contact us button. You can drop down and submit a request for a payment plan. You can also call the court, speak to the collection department, and set a payment plan that way. I want to advise you that you have a payment plan already outstanding with this court. They could roll all of your payments into a singular payment plan. You already owe the court $1,133, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of the people? I might have lost Ms. Gillis. Anything else, Mr. Nunley?
Nothing further, Judge.
Mr. Thomas, good luck to you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Thank you, lawyer. I appreciate you,
You're
Mr.
so
Nunley.
welcome. The parties are back on Dawkins. Are you ready to proceed?
Your Honor, that was actually a case that Ms. Gillis is handling. It is a misdemeanor. So I sent the attorney in to speak with her.
Thank you.
Permission to speak, please, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
May I leave the courtroom?
Oh, absolutely, sir. Thank you. Don't forget to call the collections department, though.
Yes, ma'am. I will not. I'm handling that right now.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a great day, you all.
Have a good day. Northington.
The people are ready on Northington, Your Honor.
Is Northington here?
It was only scheduled at 9:45. My policy is 15 minutes. Mr. Parker, if you're able to get a hold of your client within the next 10 minutes or so, it'd be great.
I'll keep trying, Your Honor, but I haven't had any success. I've been trying for the last 3 or 4 days.
I understand, sir. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Walker. This is 22L551985OT. Mr. Walker, we don't have a prosecutor as of yet. Were you looking to speak to the MIDC, the court-appointed attorney this morning? I can't hear you, sir. Mr. Nunley, had you spoken with Mr. Walker?
I did, and then I spoke with Jane, and then I've been trying to move him back into my breakout room, and I can't see him in the main session. And I can't.
I'm looking at him right now.
Yeah, I see. I know I see him. I'm like on the breakout room box here.
Let's see if maybe Heather can assist you in getting him where he needs to be.
Yeah.
Mr.
and
Bitar, I
Heather-
see your clients just popped into our waiting room.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir.
I will put him in there with you, Royce.
Will you put him in like 11 or 12 or something? I
Yep, I'll
haven't-
put him in 11.
Thank you.
Sorry, Judge, my phone keeps ringing. Are you waiting on me for something? I tried moving Mr. Carlos, so hopefully he'll go.
No, I'm not waiting for you. We're perfectly fine.
Good. Did Mr. Batar say he needs to speak to Mr. Wheeler, or are you ready on him?
I need to talk to the prosecutor that's handling the case.
Which would be Jane.
Okay.
Hello?
And, Heather, I'm going to step away for just one moment, not long.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Is she in her breakout room, Heather?
I think, hold on. Mr. Walker, if it tells you to join a breakout room, please hit that button. We've been trying to move you in with your attorney and you're not going anywhere.
No, it ain't, it's not telling me nothing. You want me to log out and log back on?
Nope. Stay where you're at. Touch your screen. Does it show like in the bottom right-hand corner or anywhere on your screen to join?
No. Hold on. No, it just say more. You got participants. And then it says share content, stop video, and stuff like that.
I don't know why yours will not let you move around. Any help, Mr. Batar? I see that your mind reeling.
Well, the only thing I can think of is on the left-hand side of the screen. Is there anything that says breakout rooms, Mr. Walker? Touch the screen. You see anything on the left?
Yeah, it's not on there. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's not on there at all. Like when I first got on here, it was, he clicked me out of the thing and I just won't go back. I don't know what's wrong with it. I was gonna log out and log back in, but I don't know.
Let's try you again. Okay. Okay. So I just tried putting you in another room. Did anything pop up for you to move?
It said this house move.
Mr. Bregalon, did you speak to your attorney by chance?
Yes, ma'am. He said he was in a waiting room.
He's not in the right waiting room.
Oh,
You know, Mr. Batar looks so serious.
I know he does.
You missed all the fun and games this morning at 8:30.
Should have been on earlier. Heather, can you put me in with Jane when you have a chance?
Yep. Royce, for some reason. Oh, wait a minute. We just lost him. Did he sign off?
He had a really bad connection when I was originally talking to him, and he kind of disappeared and reappeared about 3 times.
Yeah. Because he said he was going to try and log off and log back on. So maybe that's what he's doing. Where is Jane?
I do need to speak with Jane also. There she is.
All right.
Are we ready? No.
Are we ready on Dawkins before we throw Jane into a breakout room with everybody?
Did you require a victim to appear on this?
Um,
So there's no victim. I don't have a file. I don't know what Alex did.
It says final
victim to
pre-trial.
appear.
Yeah.
They're not here.
This is 2202837 State of Michigan versus Barbara Dawkins. May I have your appearances, please?
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Honor. Ida Spahich on behalf of Ms. Barbara Dawkins, who should be present as well via Zoom. I do see her, Judge.
Ms. Dawkins, unmute yourself, state your name for the record.
You're muted, Ms. Dawkins.
Good morning, Barbara Dawkins.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the final pretrial on this matter. Matter was scheduled at 9:30. It's now 9:55 a.m. by the court's clock.
Okay, Your Honor, we're unable to, we don't have our victim here. We're unable to proceed.
Judge, I would then be respectfully requesting a dismissal.
This matter is dismissed without prejudice. Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Your
Thank you,
Honor,
Your
thank you so much for your time, and thank you, Ms. Gillis. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Walker, I see you there. Let's try again, okay?
Yeah.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. You're in the wrong waiting room, it seems.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought Judge Oakley's, but here I am.
It's fine. Your client has been very. Oh,
Yeah, with mine, we're just gonna waive this up to circuit.
let me call the case, sir, and then we'll get going on that part. 220312 FY, State of Michigan versus David Bragalone. May I have your appearances, please?
David Bragalone.
Good morning, Your Honor. Bryn Bailey on behalf of the people, P84009.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Mikowski, P62115, appearing on behalf of David Bragalone. And we consent to appear by Zoom, and we waive in person.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the last part of what you said, sir.
We waive in-person hearing on this matter, Judge.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the PCC. How are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, I've had an opportunity to review the discovery and discuss this with my client. At this time, we're going to ask, my client's going to waive his right to preliminary examination. He does understand that in right to preliminary examination where the people have to prove by a preponderance of the evidence that a crime was committed in the jurisdiction at the time and date as laid out in the information. At this time, my client wishes to waive his right to preliminary examination. Have this matter bound over to Frank Murphy for the proceedings.
Mr. Bragalone, would you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down. You were able to hear your attorney just now?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand that you have an absolute right to have a preliminary examination in this matter where the people would have to prove that there was probable cause to exist that a crime had been committed and you were involved in the commission of that crime.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you've been able to discuss that in depth with your attorney.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you wish to waive your right to have that examination.
That's correct, Your Honor.
You understand that if you waive the examination, the next step in these proceedings will be an arraignment on the information at the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice.
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, you're waiving this exam freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to execute a waiver?
No, Your Honor.
Any objection from the people?
No, Your Honor.
Sir, inasmuch as you and your client appear by Zoom, there is not a signed waiver in the file. Do you authorize this court to sign the waiver on your behalf
Yes, Your Honor.
and on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Bragalone, the court is signing the waiver. As indicated previously, the next step in these proceedings is that you will be bound over for an arraignment on the information, which will occur at the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice on June the 15th, 2022 at 9 a.m. Your current bond with any conditions will continue. Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor.
Anything
Judge.
else on behalf of the defendant?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Bragalone, thank you for your patience so much this morning, sir. Good luck to you in circuit court. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Alpha Tron. The phone that says Alpha Tryon, You're muted.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, have you been asked or have you joined one of the breakout rooms that I keep putting you in?
No, I have not.
Okay, does it say for you to join a breakout room?
It hasn't yet.
Were you able to get in with Mr. Walker, Mr. Nunley?
Yes, we are ready to proceed.
Thank you. This is 22L551985OT. Wayne County Sheriff's versus Carlos Walker. May I have your appearances, please?
Royce Nunley on behalf of the defendant.
Mr. Walker, state your name for me, sir.
Carlos Walker.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment. Set for the show cause arraignment and pretrial in this matter. Mr. Nunley, how are we proceeding this morning?
For purposes of the arraignment, we'd waive a formal reading and stand mute. And for purposes of the pretrial, my client would like to avail himself of the offer tendered by the prosecutor, which is pleading guilty to the reduced charge of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive in exchange for dismissal of the DWLS.
That's
Mr.
correct.
Walker, raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Thank you. Do you swear affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down. Sir, you were able to hear Mr. Nunley this morning discuss this case with him?
Yes, ma'am.
And is your understanding that you'll be tendering a plea of guilty to the reduced count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea in this matter, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Mr. Walker, is it true that on March the 3rd, 2022, Wayne County Sheriff's found you in City of Romulus County, Wayne, State of Michigan, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Mr. Nunley? Mr. Walker, is there anything you would like to say before this court imposes fines and costs in this matter?
I would just like to be put on payment plan. And I just want to know the exact cost.
Sir, the court's going to impose a fine of $100, cost of $100. There's $75 crime victims fee. There's a $50 show cost, $50 mandatory state cost, and $20 fund fee. That's a total of $395. Do you need more than 5 days to pay that amount?
Yeah, we need about 45 days, probably.
There is not a collections agent on the call this morning. Sir, what you will do is go online to the court's website. There's a drop-down button that says contact us. You can submit a request for a payment plan that way. You may also call the court, set a payment plan, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else, Mr. Nunley, in this matter?
Nothing further, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Walker, good luck to you, sir. You can log off. Have a great day.
All right, thanks.
Hey, Judge.
Thank you.
I have a hearing to start at 10 o'clock. Attorney Hadley is going to be in this seat and he's going to take care of the people in my waiting room. So
Much
I'll be back.
appreciated. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
You too. Good morning, Mr. Bowditch.
Morning, Your Honor.
How are you, sir?
I am just fine, ma'am.
Mr. Parker, are you ready? I'm and Sincere Bryant, Mr. Bryant.
Yes, I am.
This is 220314FY, State of Michigan versus Sincerely Bryant. May I have your appearances, please?
My name is Sincere Bryant.
People gonna speak. James Parker, NDS Detroit, on behalf of Mr. Bryant, P 53832.
Bryn?
I don't have that file on my docket.
I think this is one that maybe Miss Gillis is going to do because you said that you had a conflict. Was that what I had heard? I get that right?
I'm not sure why I would have a conflict.
It should be at 10 a.m.
It is.
I'm just.
It's DV.
Yes. Maybe your DV person. Who is it now?
Hi, Patricia Mandernack. Sorry, standing in for Sona.
Okay.
Wait,
Maybe she's the one that
wait,
had the
wait,
conflict.
Wait, the prosecutor is listed as Jane Gillis, though.
Yeah.
I know there's a count of DV on there, so I wasn't. Should it be you, Miss Mandernack?
I'm sorry, which case was it, Your Honor?
Sincere Bryant at 10 o'clock, 220314 FY.
I do not have that on my list of cases for the day.
Let me read the Register of Actions, Judge. Hopefully I would have noted if there was a conflict, and it does need to be Miss Gillis.
You're saying that's what the ROA says?
I'm hoping that I might
Oh, you're
have.
looking. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
looking
stop
it
talking
up.
so you can read. Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Bowditch, did you need to talk to Mr. Travis?
First, I'd like to talk to Miss Gillis, Your Honor, if I could.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have anything written in there, but I do show that it's Jane also.
I think Jane was the one that represented that there was a conflict of some type and she would be handling it.
Mr. Parker, she's in with Mr. Batar. So if you sit tight, I'm going to put Mr. Bryant's file on the side for just a moment.
Okay, then.
And we'll get him called again as soon as we can.
Okay, then.
Judge, the prosecutor Mandernach is talking about D'Angelo Northington. She chatted me. That one was scheduled at the 9:45. She said she doesn't mind waiting, but she just wanted to know if there was an update. He hasn't appeared.
Mr. Parker's eating on my record. I can't believe it. Turning into Jim Abbott. What are you doing? Have you been able to get in touch with Mr. Northington?
No, I haven't, Your Honor.
This is 193252 FY, State of Michigan versus D'Angelo Northington. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Patricia Mandernack for the people, P84088.
Good morning, NDS Detroit by James Parker on behalf of Mr. Northington, P53832.
Thank you. The court previously called the case at 9:48 a.m. and advised the parties that the policy is 15 minutes. It's now 10:09 by this court's clock. Mr. Northington has failed to appear this morning. Madam Prosecutor.
Your Honor, the people are requesting a bench warrant in this case for defendant's failure to appear. And I'm sorry, we would also ask that bond be revoked.
Mr. Parker.
Your Honor, I can't have my investigator go out and see what the situation is. So we're asking for another PCC date.
This is not Mr. Northington's first failure to appear. Bond is revoked. Bench warrant shall issue 5,010%. If you're able to get a hold of your client and presents himself to the court, we'll recall the bond, the warrant and reschedule the matter. But for right now, he's failed to appear as previously directed. Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor, just that in case defendant does appear later on, I will give my contact information to Heather.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Parker?
I have nothing else at this time.
Thank you, sir.
Dan, are you done with Jane? Can I make her come back in?
Yes. Thank you.
you.
Judge, with respect to Wheeler, do you show it as a final pretrial today where the trooper must appear?
It just says pretrial. Oh, but Judge Green's notes say officer to appear.
Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Everett.
Jane,
Yes.
the burning question is, are you the prosecutor for Sincere Bryant? We're not sure if DV had a conflict and you're taking this over. Your name is as prosecutor, but we're
Okay.
not sure.
Here's the deal on, I just got a message from Kathy Bunyik. Sincere Bryant and Sequoia Jones have child in common. Aaliyah Bennett is the sister of Jones. Who is against who? I don't think we have a file. Who's the victim and who's the defendant?
Victim is Sequoia
Sincere
Jones.
Bryant is
Okay, who's the defendant?
Sequoia Jones and Araya Bennett are the victims in this case.
Okay, they're the
Ms.
victims.
Ms. Bennett is the defendant in an unrelated separate case.
Okay, and Aaliyah Bennett she's the defendant?
In an unrelated separate case.
Okay. The case
Defendant today is at 10 a.m. Sincere Bryant.
Okay. 10 a.m. Sincere Bryant. Okay. And who did she assault?
He assaulted.
He assaulted who?
Sorry,
Sequoia
Judge.
Jones
Okay, then it is DV because
and
they had a
Araya
child.
Bennett.
Oh, all at the same time?
Alleged
should-
same date of offense.
It should be, if it,
But then Sequoia Jones has an open case also against Mr. Bryant. So I don't know if that's what makes it a problem.
well, Bryant. Okay. I get what you're saying.
I grabbed that. Here's the. Sorry.
Okay. So
Your Honor,
this one goes to
Parker.
domestic violence. The one that's up today goes to domestic violence. They have a baby.
So
Your
it's
Honor.
Ms. Manderick's case. Mr. Parker, yes.
my suggestion at this point in time, because I do believe the people had at one point in time said there was a conflict, the names that they have thrown out, I need to further investigate my cases to see if it's a conflict on my side. Because you have thrown out some names that I do represent. Did you say Araya Bennett?
Yes. And that might be the issue, Mr. Parker. And we have already scheduled the exam for Ms. Bennett, who is the
Exactly.
victim in Mr. Bryant's case.
I know what
Okay.
happened. I know what happened. It's all coming back to me. Sona prosecuted, is prosecuting Sincere Bryant, so she wanted us to take over this case because of the conflict. That's what happened, Brent. I get it
And
now.
may I ask? Go ahead.
That's what happened. She is prosecuting defendant Bryant, Sincere Bryant, as a defendant in another case, so she felt she couldn't, or the victim, whatever. It's like kind of got partial cross complaint, and she's representing, so she asked us to take it over.
So Ms. Gillis, you are the prosecutor for Sincere Bryant's case.
Right, because Sincere Bryant is also a defendant in another,
A
is
victim.
victim in another case where she's prosecuting.
So for purposes of this morning's PCC for Mr. Bryant, we have Ms. Gillis, we have Mr. Parker, and we have Mr. Bryant. This is 220314 FY. This is the adjourned PCC.
Okay,
Your
Jane
Honor.
Gillis, on behalf of the people.
Good morning. NDS Detroit by James Parker on behalf of Mr. Sincere Bryant, P53832.
Mr. Bryant, state your name again, please.
Sincere Bryant.
Thank you. Again, today is the day and time set for the PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I'm going to request that we have another PCC. I need to get this additional information, process it, see who is with who, that type of thing, because I'm not understanding it, and I did not know my client had those other things going on. So it might come up to be a conflict for our office.
So
So
let's
I
do
need,
this.
thank you.
Mr. Parker, we're gonna get your PCC date. Then
Okay.
you're going to move into a breakout room with Mr. Bryant. If you can have that conversation with him this morning, because if your office is gonna conflict out, I want to know before we go off the docket, okay?
Okay, I need to also talk to Ms. Gillis too. I know she has a busy docket before we make that final decision. So what I wanted to do is to either do it, later on in the week or whatever, before we tell you if we can conflict out.
Okay, no worries. Then what we'll do is Heather will give us a new date.
I'm gonna
Thank
say
you.
June 15th because Sona's not here next week and it sounds like Sona probably needs to be on board when we're trying to figure this one out.
June
That-
15th at what time?
The 15th will be a bad week for me and stuff. Can we do it either the 8th or the 22nd or something like that? 29th.
The 22nd, because if you do have to withdraw, then that way it gives me more time to be able to get a new attorney for whichever case you need to withdraw on.
I could call you, Heather, and let you
Yep,
know.
that would be perfect. So
We'll-
June
We'll have
20,
an answer pretty soon.
okay, so June 22nd at 8:45.
That'll be fine.
For
June
PCC.
22nd,
Correct,
2022, 8:45, and number 2. Anything else on behalf of the people?
Nothing.
Anything else, Mr. Parker?
I have nothing at this time.
Thank you. So you don't need to speak to Mr. Bryant this morning?
No, we've been in contact with each other. I'll call him up. Mr. Bryant, we're finished for today, and I'll give you a call later on.
All right, thank
Have a good day, sir.
you. Yep, too.
This is 220168 SD, State of Michigan versus Michael Moore. May I have your appearances, please?
Yes, I'm Michael Moore. Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Thomas Everett appearing on behalf of Michael Moore.
Is this,
Yes, Ms. Gillis.
I guess
you
this,
go to
oh,
the
this is,
clock.
okay. Sorry. Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Today is the day and time set for the pretrial in this matter. How are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, there is an offer before us from Ms. Gillis. We are asking for one final adjournment. My client's occupation is, he's a CDL, he's a truck driver. We are trying to look for a solution that will not prohibit him from continuing with his work. He has a very good job and he supports his family by driving a truck. I'm just trying to see if there's another solution other than this. And if we could have 3 weeks, we will either have a resolution. I'm sure we'll have a resolution within 3 weeks, Your Honor.
This is, I offered him paired, right?
Yes.
It was
yeah,
impaired.
correct.
Okay, thanks.
3 weeks puts us on June 22nd, 2022. At
10:15.
what time, Heather?
10:15, please.
10:15. And
That
number
would-
2.
That would be fine, Your Honor. 10:15 on the 22nd.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Anything
you,
else,
ma'am.
Ms. Gillis?
Nothing.
Anything else, Mr. Everett?
No, Your Honor.
Have a good day, sir. Good luck to you, Mr. Moore.
Same
Thank
to
you
you.
so
Thank you
much,
very
Your Honor.
much. Thanks,
Thank
Shane.
Have we seen Mr. Tuttles yet this morning?
We have not. Royce, you're
Mr.
back.
McQueen, you might want to,
Sorry.
I need to speak with Jane in a breakout room.
Mr. McQueen, you might want to give Mr. Tuttles a call. Let him know that we're here, ready and waiting for him, please.
Okay, I will.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
First, Royce, Mr. Batar, are you ready on Wheeler? I know you guys have been here for quite a while.
I am ready on Wheeler.
Oh, did we need Jane because
This
she
is-
took off?
Yeah, we need Jane for this.
I'll bring her back.
Thanks, Heather.
You're welcome.
And then Travis, Mr. Bowditch, has you been in with Jane yet?
No, Your Honor, not yet. Still in the queue.
Jane, when we're done with Mr. Wheeler, then you can go in and we'll send Mr. Bowditch in with you.
Okay. Where's Wheeler on the docket?
At 10 o'clock.
Got it. Oh, yeah, I know it's this.
2S 4043702 State of Michigan versus Johnny Wheeler. May I have your appearances, please?
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Daniel Batar on behalf of Mr. Wheeler. Mr. Wheeler should be present on Zoom. Mr. Wheeler, state your name for the record, please.
My name is Johnny Wheeler.
Today is the day and time set for the pretrial in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Judge, it's my understanding the trooper hasn't appeared. Judge Green noted that in the court file that he was supposed to appear today. Because he failed to appear, I'm moving to dismiss.
Ms.
He is
Gillis?
not here, Your Honor, and to be honest, I didn't notify him. When I look at it, I circle formal hearings and make sure those officers on Fridays are notified, but usually we never have usually officers for final pretrials. And of course, then my victim advocate would never call an officer to come because usually we set these either for formal hearing or a bench trial when they're trooper tickets. So I don't know. I guess I've never had a final pretrial, so I dropped the ball on this. It will be refiled.
Based on the trooper's failure to appear this morning, the matter will be dismissed without prejudice. Anything else on behalf of the people?
Nope.
Anything else on behalf of the defendant?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Wheeler, I'll give you a
all
call
set,
later.
sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Has Tracy Pasley spoken with the MIDC already?
Says his plate was stolen, I guess.
Tracy Paisley, have you spoke to Mr. Nunn? Have you spoke to the attorney yet? Tracy.
I don't, thank you. Here we are. In the Green case, did you need to speak to the prosecutor?
Yes, Judge, if I could briefly speak with her, please.
And you have your client with you?
I do, yes. He's
Okay,
here.
perfect. Thank you. Bryn, can you go into your meeting room with the attorney, please?
Any luck, Mr. McQueen?
Is Green a felony?
No, not yet.
Oh, it is.
Thank
We're
you, sir.
dismissing it. We're missing the
Dismissing
file,
what?
not dismissing it. Sorry.
Oh,
You said you're dismissing, Bryn? I'll bring
No,
them.
no, we're missing the file.
Oh, all right. Well, can you jump in that breakout room? Thank you.
Yes.
I just left a message for Mr. Tuttle's, Judge Martin.
thank you, ma'am. Mr. Baptiste,
Yes.
your case is scheduled at 10:30. You're just a little early. If you sit tight, we'll get to you momentarily, sir.
They're trying to put him into the breakout room with the clerk. But it's not, he's not moving. Is there a spot for you to join? Maybe he's moving. Mr. Baptiste,
Yes.
is there a request for you to go to a breakout room?
Yeah.
Okay, can you please join it?
Okay.
Thank you. On that one, Judge, it says final pretrial. Who am I looking for to, is it the officer powers?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for getting Mr. Egger back on this morning.
Oh, you're welcome. I know I sent the jail my notice to appears, but I guess they would rather omit than a notice.
I'm sure they have so much to keep track of.
On the telephone, what is your name, please?
Thomas Dauter, Dauter.
All right. I saw that they already verified your information when you called.
Yeah,
It looks like you need to speak to the MIDC attorney. Is that correct?
I'm not sure. What's MIDC?
Did you want to speak to an attorney today or no? Did you want to go forward without?
No, I would like to have an attorney.
All right, that's the Michigan Defense Council. Let me put you in their waiting room.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Baptiste, then I'm going to put you in the prosecutor's waiting room.
Okay.
So if it's asking you to join, if you can join that waiting room instead, please. Thank you.
It's not asking me to join anything right now.
It's not.
No.
Can you see, is it asking you to join again? Because I'm going to try and move you around to put you back in there.
It's asking me to join room 17.
Yep, if you could, please. And then when I ask you to join the prosecutor's waiting room, if you could go in there too, please, okay?
Okay,
So go into 17 and then I'm going to move you again. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Miss Snurling, Caitlin?
Yes.
So I'm going to have you spoke to the prosecutor yet or no?
Not today, no.
Okay, I'm going to put you in the prosecutor's waiting room.
Okay.
All right. Miss Fakai, are you ready?
Yes, we are ready.
Okay, thank you.
This is 220248FY, State of Michigan versus Gregory Lamont Green. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Bryn Bailey on behalf of the people, P84009.
Good morning, Judge Stephanie Faki, P77167, appearing with and on behalf of Mr. Green, who is present with me and seated to my left at my office, Judge.
Mr. Green, state your name for me, please.
Gregory Lamont Green.
Thank you. Today is the day set for the PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding this morning?
Judge, we are going to be requesting an adjournment for another PCC in 2 weeks from today to allow Ms. Bailey and I an opportunity to reach a resolution in this matter.
June 15th at 9:30?
We will be there.
Sorry, Heather.
Sorry.
June 15th at 9:30 in courtroom number 2. Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of Mr. Green?
No, Judge, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Green. I'll see you. Oh, yeah, you'll see me in 2 weeks, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's Mr. Bowdish with Mr. Travis? He's still in with Miss Gillis? Yes, okay. L551977OT. Wayne County Sheriff's versus Darius Hensley was scheduled at 8:45 a.m. today for show cause arraignment pretrial. Defendant has failed to appear as of 10:34 a.m. Bench warrant. This is 22BL00375SM, State of Michigan versus Andrew Polgar. This matter was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 8:45 a.m. It is now 10:35 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, this matter will be set for show cause. This is 193685 SM, State of Michigan versus Devontae Powell. This matter was scheduled for final pretrial at 9 a.m. It is now 10:36 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. Matter will be set for show cause. This is 220337 SM, State of Michigan versus Tanya Ann Campbell. The matter was scheduled for arraignment and pretrial at 9:15. It is now 10:37 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. Matter will be set for show cause.
Judge, just a heads up, Tira Feazell, Feazell from 9:30 just appeared, but we still have to wait for Miss Anderson.
That's why I skipped over it. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Belts and suspenders. This is 22L551914A, 192229OT, and 19H279127A. These are Wayne County Sheriff's versus Torrey. Matters were scheduled for (127A). It's a warrant. Leave that like it is. Review status on the B file.
Jane, you have a couple of people in your waiting room while the attorneys are in with their people. If you can, please go talk to them. One is a victim
Okay, I'll talk.
and
to
the
them real
other
quick.
one is Baptiste. They're in your waiting room though, if you'll pull them in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Were we ready on Travis first?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is 20D76.
Oh, I have to be on the record for this.
That's fine.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch.
SM, State of Michigan versus Christopher Allen Travis. Now, Mr. Bowditch.
My apologies, Your Honor. For the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Travis. Your Honor, today is the date and time set for a final pretrial in this matter.
Can you look in the notes in the file, Your Honor? Because the last two times we were here on this case, the officer did show up. I'm sure she was here the last time because the defendant indicated, oh, I was just standing there like with I wasn't in the water without my life jacket, putting my jet ski in or out of the water. She came on and I talked with her and she says, no, completely wrong. And I could have sworn we said that she didn't have to show up for this time because last time she showed up and waited like 3 hours. And I hate pulling people off the street.
I understand. And the last notes that I see are from April the 27th. Ms. Gillis, Mr. Bowditch were here. We set for a show cause. Officer Young was present. 427. And then it looks like Mr. Travis called and spoke to someone downstairs and they reset the matter for a final pretrial today at 10:15 a.m. But Officer Young was here on April 20th and on April 27th.
Yeah, I knew she was here 2 times. So, I mean, they set it for final pretrial, but if she would have, if they had set it that date, she would have known to come, but I mean, we could set up for another pretrial and I can have her come if you really want, or I can talk to her on separately and try and work this out.
The court has no preference. It's just, this case has been kicking around now for
a long
it'll
time.
be 2 years tomorrow. So
And it is a life jacket case, Your Honor.
Well, I think what irritates me and what I think irritates the officer is that he indicated he wasn't in the water. He was just putting his vehicle in or out of the water. But in fact, she said she was watching him for a long time, circle around the lake. So that's kind of where we're at. And that's why we were not likely to give him a deal, because it didn't kind of, you know, better off if he had just fallen on the sword and said, yeah, I really screwed up. But instead, he gave us another song and dance. So that's where we're at. So right now, we're not making an offer.
is there any space left on June the 15th?
For another PCC, Judge? sorry.
Actually, it'll be the final pretrial, final pretrial.
Yep, we can do 10:30 on the 15th.
June 15th, 2022 at 10:30 a.m. Officer must appear. Only because if we can resolve it, or if we can resolve it, great, or Mr. Travis has had a failure to appear, the officers had a failure to appear. Hopefully we can resolve it in 2 weeks.
How much time?
Anything else, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing.
I'm sorry.
Anything else, Mr. Bowditch? I'm sorry.
Your Honor, if I could go into a breakout room with Mr. Travis, I could make the explanations.
Sure.
Mr. Travis, we're going to join a breakout room here in a second. You and I'll talk.
If it shows for you to join, if you guys could please join.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
And see. Okay, join.
Thank you. Jeff, is it asking you to join? For some reason, you guys have to push buttons.
This was 22 L551914A. This was the Tory case. This is the defendant's second failure to appear in this matter, scheduled for 9:30 a.m. It's now 10:45 a.m. Bench warrant shall issue 5,000, 10%. I'm sorry, Ms. Gillis, were you ready on something? Mr. Tuttles has Black and McQueen, and you haven't heard back from him, Heather?
I have not, Judge.
Thank you. These are 2S40428114 A and B. These are State of Michigan versus Raphael Moffitt. I see them in the breakout with Mr. Nunley.
You're on, oh, never mind. Heather?
Hello?
You forfeit that and 5,000. It's my
Miss
car.
Sterling, if you can just wait till, or Mr. Daughter, if you can just wait till you're called and then you can speak, okay?
All right, I didn't know that. I thought it.
Okay, yes, Jeff?
I think Mr. Travis is just going to plead. He's got a bond and pay a fine. I don't think there's any other consequences.
All right, we gotta wait for Jane to come back and the judge to get back.
He just wants this over with and I don't blame him.
Okay.
Thanks, son.
You're welcome. Mr. Horkey, do you need to speak to the prosecutor or have you already spoke?
We had a pre-trial back in April. I don't know if we need to talk today or not.
All right, good morning, Mr. Tuttles.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Are you ready to go on both of your cases or do you need to speak to anybody?
I have Atila Black, and what was the second person?
Ferentino McQueen.
Okay, I'm in the in-person. I'm walking in the in-person exam.
Okay, well, Mr. McQueen has been waiting for quite a while. So are you ready to go on them or what did you want to do?
I'm ready to go on McQueen. Can I just have a brief moment with the prosecutor? Just a brief moment.
For McQueen, the prosecutor is in a breakout room.
Okay.
So it'll be a few.
Okay. And then on Tila Black, can I talk to that prosecutor for real quick?
Brenda,
Yeah, that is my, yep.
Thank you so much. Mr. Tuttles, if there's a spot for you to join, if you can hit the button, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is your client still with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
No. He is, Mr. Travis. You
Yes.
know, with this case, we're not getting anywhere on it, so let's do this. I said final pretrial, but let's schedule this on June the 15th at 10:30. Let's do this as a Zoom bench.
Your Honor, we have a
trial.
resolution. We have a resolution. Mr. Travis does not wish to continue. He has a bond posted. He's just going to plead to not having his life vest on. As Ms. Gillett puts it, he will fall on the sword today.
Mr. Travis, raise your hand for me, please, sir. Do you swear affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sir, you've had the opportunity to discuss this case with Mr. Bowditch. And it's your understanding that you'll be pleading guilty as charged in this case? Sir, you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
I understand.
You will not have the opportunity to call witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor?
Excuse me, officer. I'm just waiting for Mr. Cook to come back.
Mr. Tuttles, mute yourself, please. And Mr. Travis, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily. You haven't been threatening in any way, promising anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am, I haven't.
Sir, is it true? Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yeah.
Is it true that on June 2nd, 2020, the officer from the Department of Natural Resources found you to be in Van Buren Township with no personal flotation device on your person?
Yes.
Satisfied, Mr. Bowditch?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Ms. Gillis?
I think he has to say he was on the water.
I'm sorry. And Mr. Travis, you were on the water on that June 2nd, 2020 date?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now satisfied, Ms. Gillis?
Thank you, yes.
Mr. Travis, the court accepts your plea in this matter and will assess the minimal fines and costs, that being $100 fine, $100 in costs. There's $75 crime victims mandatory, $50 mandatory state cost, $20 fund fee. There's a $150 warrant fee. That's $495.
Oh, I knew they were gonna keep it. It's all funny.
I think he has a bond, Your Honor.
I'm going in the house.
We will apply the bond in this matter. Anything else, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anything else, Mr. Bowditch?
Nothing, Your Honor. That was the only thing I had today.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day. Good luck to you.
Thank you,
Mr.
Ms.
Travis.
Gillis.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Tuttles. Do you need to speak to Mr. McQueen?
Okay, I'm ready on Tila Black. We just looking for an in-person exam date.
Wait, who's your client?
Tila Black, I got 2 clients in front of you today. So what was,
Is Ms. Black, I'm sorry. This is
Okay.
210155 SM and 210443 FY. These are State of Michigan versus Tila Black.
Good morning, Your Honor. Bryn Bailey on behalf of the people on the felony case. I'm unaware of a misdemeanor.
Looks like a telecommunications misdemeanor. I don't have a file for it, but you know what? That's okay. We'll find one and we'll keep these cases together.
Mr. Tuttles, your appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Antonio D. Tuttles on behalf of my client on both matters, Tila Black. My P number is 64158.
Ms. Black, unmute yourself, turn your video on and state your name for the record.
Hold on, I'm trying to start the video. It keeps saying fail.
State your name, please.
Tila Black.
Thank you. Today's the day and time set for the adjourned adjourned PCC. Mr. Tuttles, you were starting to say you were asking for a live exam.
Yes, I am. I understand that the
Is discovery complete in this matter, sir?
yes, it is, Your Honor. People sent it over.
That live exam date will be
July 20th at 1 p.m.
You say July
July
20th?
20th. Yes, sir. July 20th, 2022 at 1 p.m. here with me in courtroom number 1. Misdemeanor case will travel along with it. Anything else on behalf of the people?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing.
Anything else, Mr. Tuttles, in this matter?
No, not on this file, Your Honor. No.
Thank you. Ms. Black, good luck to you. I'll see you on July 20th.
Thank you. Now, is this for everything? Do I have to come back on the 16th this month as well?
What's the 16th?
You told me I had a court case on the 16th too.
I'm looking now, Judge.
Thank you. Ms. Black, hold on for one moment.
Okay.
Yep, she has a case on the 16th. It's a local case, and Leanna Belcher's her attorney on that one. That one's for a threats in Romulus.
Anything else, Mr. Tuttles?
No, not on this case, Your Honor. I believe I have
Thank you.
another.
Ms. Black, good luck to you. I'll see you on July the 20th.
Okay, thank you.
This is
Your Honor, I believe-
210848 SD. This is State of Michigan versus McQueen. May I have your appearances, please?
Is that a misdemeanor or felony?
Misdemeanor.
It's a
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people. I see it. I'm sorry. I got it. Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Antonio D. Tuttles, on behalf of my client, that's Mr. McQueen, who is physically not present in your courtroom. I do ask you to waive his physical presence. However, Ms. McQueen is present via Zoom. Mr. McQueen, can you wave your hand and state your name for the record, please?
Ferentino McQueen.
Thank you. Today's day and time set for the PCC and the pretrial in this matter. My apologies, pretrial. It was adjourned previously, waiting on blood. What's the status of this matter, Ms. Gillis?
You know, I don't have a file, so I don't know what the status is.
I believe we were waiting on some results, some blood results or something like that before I could allow him to plead guilty.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to go back and find this file. Sometimes they just get missed.
I have no objection to a brief adjournment on this. Give Ms. Gillis time to do her due diligence.
1 week, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, please.
2 weeks puts us on June the 15th, 2022 at
9:30 is fine.
9:30, courtroom number 2. Anything else, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing. Can I talk to Mr. Tuttles in a breakout room real quick?
Absolutely. Mr. McQueen, you're free to go. Your attorney's gonna go into a room with the prosecutor.
You said June 15, 9:30, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
And then Jane will need you back out as soon as possible because we have all these misdemeanors we need to do.
Yeah,
got
Jane, Jane, you just want to call me because they're waiting for me to walk in another.
Okay,
courtroom.
yeah, that's fine. I'll just call you later.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right. I know you're busy.
Do you want me to join room 11, Heather? Is it?
No, I was going to. Royce, are you ready on all of yours?
I'm ready on a lot of them. I
Okay.
can't- Yeah. I'm ready on Daughter, Sterling, Moffett.
This is 220365 SM, State of Michigan versus Thomas Dowder. May I have your appearances, please?
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Royce Nunley appearing on behalf of the defendants. At this time, Your Honor, we would just ask for a brief adjournment. I am going to need some discovery in this matter. Ms. Gillis indicated that she would provide it for me, so we just need a brief adjournment.
Mr. Dowder, state your name for me, please, sir.
Thomas Dowder.
Thank you. The adjourned pretrial date will be
Sorry. How far out are you looking for? Royce?
2-3 weeks.
2 weeks would be really good because I'm here and then I can settle it.
June 15th at 10 a.m.
I do
June
have
15th, 2022 at 10 a.m.
I-
in number 2.
Keep
sorry,
speaking,
Mr.
Royce.
I have like 3 motions scheduled at 10 o'clock in the Third
Okay.
Circuit Family Court that day.
8:30?
8:30 is fine.
Okay.
8:30 on the 15th.
Yep.
Thank you. Mr. Dowder, we're all set, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you.
This is 220324 SM. This is State of Michigan versus Katie Sneerling.
Let me bring the victim in. Jane, did you speak to the victim?
I did already.
All right, let me move her into the main room.
And while you're doing that, Royce, the deal would be, this is really should have been a DV, so it would be 769 4A with drug and alcohol counseling, maybe some anger management.
Did you speak to Mr. Baptiste also? Jane, so I can bring him in?
I did.
Okay, I'll try and move him. Nobody's moving.
We were ready on Moffett.
Thought we were doing Sneerling.
I can't get the victim out. I got to jump into that breakout room
Oh.
and tell her to hit a button.
Okay. This is 2S4042814 A and B, State of Michigan versus Raphael Moffitt.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Royce Nunley on behalf of the defendant. For purposes of the arraignment, we'd waive a formal reading and stand mute. For purposes of the pretrial, my client did show me that he did in fact have a valid proof of insurance at the time. Therefore, Ms. Gillis indicated that she would offer to dismiss the no proof of insurance civil infraction and allow him to plead to a reduced charge of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive in exchange for dismissal of the original driving without a cycle endorsement.
Mr. Moffitt, state your name for the record, please.
Raphael Moffitt.
Thank you. You had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Nunley about your case,
Yes, ma'am.
and it's your understanding you'll be tendering a plea of guilty to the reduced count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, and the no proof of insurance civil infraction will be dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, ma'am.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily.
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty.
No.
You're pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty.
Yes.
Mr. Moffitt, is it true that on May the 4th, 2022, Michigan State Police found you to be allowing an unlicensed driver to drive in the city of Romulus, County of Wayne, State of Michigan?
Yes.
Satisfied, Ms. Gillis? Satisfied, Mr. Nunley?
Satisfied, Judge.
Sir, the court accepts your plea of guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. The original driving without endorsement will be dismissed. Any comment as to fines and costs, Mr. Nunley?
I'd leave it to the discretion of the court.
Thank you. Mr. Moffitt, the court will assess a fine of $100, cost of $100. There's $75 mandatory crime victims, $50 mandatory state costs, $20 fund fee. That's $345. So are you able to pay that within 5 days?
5 days, probably like at least a week and a half. 2 weeks or
30 days to pay.
okay. Appreciate you.
Anything else, Ms. Gillis?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Nunley?
I have nothing further, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Moffitt, you owe the court $844 on some unrelated matters, but please contact the court and make arrangements to pay that outstanding balance, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you so much.
Did we get Sneerling out? Yes. Recalling 220324.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Once again, Royce Nunley appearing on behalf of the defendant. At this time, Your Honor, we are asking for a brief adjournment so that I can get discovery in this matter.
That's correct. And I placed the
Sneerling,
order.
state your name for the record. Sorry.
I placed the plea on, or the offer on the record, and I wrote it in the file.
Katie Sneerling.
That's it. We may have lost her, Judge. May I waive her presence?
It's okay.
I had all of her contact information. I told her what was happening. I told her I'd be in contact as soon as I got the discovery. She may have thought that that was the okay to go ahead and sign off.
It's fine. We're adjourning the pretrial.
For how long?
We could do 6:15 in the early AM with the other one. That would be great.
8:30 again?
Sure.
Jane, you need to be here bright and early because we also have the jail usually around that time.
Okay, do you have to have the victim again? I already talked to her. We know she's gonna show up because she showed up today.
Yeah, she's usually here at the last couple days.
So can we just waive her appearance? She doesn't have to keep showing up and,
I don't have an objection to waiving her appearance.
okay, thanks.
Thank you. We're all set on the Sneerling matter. Thank you. Mr. Nunley, did you have anything else ready?
I just need to speak with Jane about Ms. Tracy Paisley.
Before you go, Ms. Gillis, what are we doing with, are we ready on Baptiste?
So what happened on Baptiste is that it's sent for a pretrial. And I don't have an officer here. It's a motor carrier case. They always get refiled. And when I send the docket, they don't know that final pretrial means for them to show up. And
These are 9S349656 A and B, State of Michigan versus Baptiste. Sir, would you state your name for the record, please? Mr. Baptiste,
Yes,
state your name for me, please.
Isaiah Baptiste.
Thank you. The officer did not appear because this matter is scheduled for a final pretrial. The court will schedule the matter for a Zoom bench trial. Let's go out a few weeks, Heather.
All right. So we're putting a bench trial on another judge's docket, or put it back on you for July 13th?
Put it
July
back on me for
13th.
July
Oh.
13th.
yeah,
Let me see what you have for that day.
and the defendant's representing himself.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You have an 11 o'clock formal, so did you just want to do 11:15 for
Let's
this?
do 11:15. That's fine. Mr. Baptiste, July 13, 2022 at 11:15 a.m. by Zoom with me in courtroom number 1. The officer will be present. The parties might be able to have a conversation to resolve both of these matters, okay?
Okay.
I'm sorry, someone
Anything else, Ms. Gillis?
yes, I'm sorry. Did
All
you
right.
say Zoom or in person?
I said
Zoom.
Zoom unless you want to be in person.
No, I won't be here anyway.
Zoom.
Am I gonna receive it or like a letter in the mail again?
You'll receive a notice in the mail, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
You too.
All right, so Royce and Jane need to go into a breakout room, and Mr. Horkey needs to speak to Jane also when you guys are done.
Okay, I'll go in a room.
Thank you. Judge, we have all parties on Brown and Diggs at 10:45.
Thank you, ma'am. This is 220290 FY State of Michigan versus Terrence Brown.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Brown, P80560, appearing on behalf of Mr. Terrence Brown, who is present and consents to having this hearing held by Zoom. Mr. Brown, please unmute yourself and state your name for the record. You're muted, Mr. Brown.
Bryn Bailey on behalf of the people.
Terrence Brown.
4009.
Thank you. We also have 220291 FY State of Michigan versus Diggs.
Bryn Bailey as well.
Miss Anderson?
Diggs,
Sorry about that.
that's okay. Mr. Diggs, state your name for the record, sir.
G-Ray Diggs.
Thank you. I called these cases together because they're traveling together. Mr. Brown, what's the status of this matter?
Your Honor, I believe we're need to set this for in-person preliminary examination.
Discovery complete, sir?
As far as I know, unless there's some outstanding discovery that I haven't received that the prosecutor does.
I believe there is, Judge. I've requested it previously. We received a lot of digital, but there should be surveillance video that the police report says exists that the officers reviewed, and we're still waiting on that.
I do see that note here in the file, Your Honor. I haven't had the opportunity to check to see if it has in fact been provided or uploaded. I can do so right now and get it over to Ms. Anderson and Mr. Brown. If I do in fact have it, if not, I'll follow up.
Ms. Anderson and Mr. Brown, are we able to schedule the exam without the surveillance footage, or do you want to adjourn the PCC?
I would like to have it if there is available. I would like to know whether or not it is available, because it could be something that's useful, imperative.
And I agree with that, Judge. It's potentially exculpatory, I think.
So let's adjourn the PCC.
How far out? Ms. Anderson, Mr. Brown, a week,
I'd
2
say
weeks?
2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks should be sufficient. The 15th, if that's a good day.
At 10:30?
Yes, that'd be good.
June 15th at 10:30 a.m. in number 2. Anything else, Ms. Bailey?
Nothing more for the people.
Anything else, Mr. Brown?
Nothing further, Judge. Would it be the same Zoom number or would it be a different judge?
It would be a different Zoom number, but it will be me for Judge Oakley.
Okay, very good, Your
We're
Honor.
gonna use
Nothing
the
further.
Zoom for number 2.
Yep, it'll be on your notice, Mr. Brown.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Anything else, Ms. Anderson?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Brown and Mr. Diggs, good luck to you, sirs. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Okay.
Ms. Anderson I thought I saw Faisal.
Yes.
He's here.
Okay. And Ms. Bailey, this is 220306 FY, State of Michigan versus Tierra Faisal.
Good morning, Your Honor. Bryn Bailey on behalf of the people, P84009.
And good morning, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Lauren Anderson, P85191, on behalf of Tierra Fiesel, who is present on Zoom.
Thank you so much.
Faisal, turn your video on, unmute yourself and state your name for the record, ma'am.
Hi, Tiara Fizel.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the PCC in this matter. How are we proceeding?
I have received discovery. We can set for exam.
That exam date will be?
July 20th at 2 p.m.
That works.
July 20th at 2 p.m. in courtroom number 1 with me. Anything else on behalf of the people?
Nothing else on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Anderson?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, I will see you on July 20th at 2 p.m. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you. And then we have Bilski. This is 210309 FY, State of Michigan versus Brandon Bilski. Have your appearances, please.
It's me, Jane Gillis, on behalf of the people.
Neighborhood Defender Service by Lauren Anderson, P85191, on behalf of Brandon Bilski. I'm not sure if he's present on Zoom.
I have not seen your client yet this morning. It's scheduled at 9:15. It's 11:15 by this court's clock.
We asked for a bench warrant to be issued.
Based on your client's failure to appear this morning, bench warrant shall issue in this matter. 5,000, 10%. Anything else on behalf of the people?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Anderson?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. Was that your last case with us, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Hi, y'all have one good too.
Tracy Paisley. Tracy. Royce, we tried talking to Tracy earlier with no response. So I don't even know if
Okay.
they're even on the phone anymore.
Well,
Because
I guess she had another hearing that was supposed to start at 10:30. She may be stuck in there, but now I also can't get a response from Becky McGinnity. I spoke with her once, and then I spoke with Jane, and then when I came back in my breakout room, I tried to get her for like 15, 20 minutes, and there's just radio silence.
Becky,
I mean, I know what we're doing. If I could waive her presence, because I did speak with her and the prosecutor, we're just going to adjourn it for discovery and give me a date by which I need to file a motion.
220342 SD, State of Michigan versus Becky McGinty. Appearances, please.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Royce Nunley, on behalf of the defendant, I am requesting to waive my client's presence for the purposes of this pretrial.
If we could do a quick
Yes,
pre-trial
sir.
date, it would be great, 6:15 before I leave.
Royce, are we gonna 8:45?
Well, wait,
Okay.
am
Yep.
I looking right? She hasn't been even arraigned yet, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
I think we need her.
Now, we'll still adjourn it. How far out?
Well, once I get the discovery, I would like to be able to file a motion, and then the people will need a chance to respond. But hopefully, it's going to be a dispositive motion that I hope will put this one to bed. So if we could go at least a month out.
They're actually gonna probably put you back on my docket, which puts us at July the 13th.
Okay.
So we'll do it, we'll adjourn the arraignment, the pretrial, and if Mr. Nunley.
Did we give a time, Mr. Nunley? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
I didn't, I was waiting for you, ma'am.
Oh, sorry. 9 a.m. July 13th.
9 a.m. on July the 13th in number 1.
So Judge, I have a live bench trial with you starting in 40 minutes. I'm over in St. Clair Shores. The only one that I believe was left was Tracy Paisley. And since we can't seem to get her on the line, if it's okay with you, I'm going to sign off and come to court.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Nunley. I'll see you shortly.
See you soon.
Judge, do we just want to do an adjourned date for Miss Paisley? Since she was
will.
here.
She was here. I was gonna say, I make a note of that, but I see Mr. Horkey. Mr. Horkey is here. Am I not reading that right?
No, that's correct. I was here for a 7
I'll deal with
o'clock.
Paisley in just a moment. Have you talked to Ms. Gillichette, sir?
I don't think
did
we
at
need
the
to talk.
Pre-trial.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Uh, 22L117809OI, Wayne County Sheriff's versus Salimbing Trucking and Excavating.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christian Horkey on behalf of San Lamine Trucking and Excavating.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Today's day and time set for the formal hearing in this matter.
Yes, Your Honor. Go ahead.
And Your Honor, on behalf of the people, I did send out a notice to all the jurisdictions, and I do not see the officer here with the Wayne County Sheriff, so I'm unable to proceed to the formal hearing.
We would ask for a dismissal.
Based on failure of the officers to appear, matter was scheduled at 11 a.m. It's now 11:21 by the court's clock. These matters will be dismissed without prejudice. Anything else on behalf of the people?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Anything else on behalf of your client, sir?
No, Your Honor. I don't believe there was a bond set. They are a local company.
That's correct, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Ms. Gillis. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a wonderful day, everyone.
This is 2S4038086 SI, State of Michigan versus Eric Maida.
Hello, Attorney Nicholas Somberg on behalf of Eric Maida.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people. Is this a felony or? Oh, it's a formal hearing. I got it.
Formal
Same
hearing on a
situation.
failure to yield.
Your Honor, Jane
State your
Gillis on
name,
behalf.
please.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Ms. Gillis.
I was just to say, same situation. I sent out notices. I do not see officer here. I'm not ready. I'm not able to proceed.
Let me ask
Maida,
for,
state your name for me, please.
Eric Maida.
Thank you, Mr. Sonberg.
thank you very much, Your Honor. On that case, if people are unable to proceed, we'd like to ask for a dismissal.
Were you cash apping?
Maybe.
Looking to the
Maybe.
right does not change my question.
Multitasking.
Listen, I'm not mad. I was just curious.
Yeah, I
Defense
was about
motion to dismiss
say
is
that.
granted. Mr. Maida, have a good day, sir. You're all set.
Thank you very much. You too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Heather,
Yes.
we are singing and dancing and doing everything else. This is, I think this is the only one I need you for. 22BL00373 A and B. These are State of Michigan versus Tracy Marie Paisley. I saw the defendant multiple times over the course of this morning's docket. It was scheduled for 9:45 based on the fact that she did appear maybe lost connection. Oh, here she
There
is.
she is.
But no, she's been here the whole time. She just still won't talk.
I know.
She's been here the whole.
I know. I am not inclined, though, to take action against someone who's been present and might have a small technology issue. So we
Yeah.
will adjourn this matter. I was just going to ask you for an adjourn date.
How far out did you want to go, Judge? 2 weeks, so notice can be sent.
I was going to say that'd be nice.
Okay, June 15th, 10:15.
And if she logs back on, someone can let her know.
Are any of your other hearings by Zoom? Because we have 3 more people that are logging in and we should be done.
Hold on one second.
I have a question. Do we do Hezekiah Hudson?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
And we're gonna just put the misdemeanor over to the same date?
Yep, live trial,
Yes, ma'am.
July 13th, 11:30.
Live trial, July 13th at 11:30. Is that the same day as the exam?
They're running together.
Okay.
Heather, I'm looking, everything else for me is live today. So if you want to bring them in and find out why they're here.
Yeah, on the phone, what is your name, please?
Hi, my name is Becky McGinnisty.
All right, Becky, we adjourned your hearing to July 13th at 9 a.m. I know that the attorney will probably get in contact with you, but he's requesting more paperwork. Okay?
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, so should I just remove Miss Paisley and we're done?
Oh, honey, I'm already one step ahead of you.
Thank you.
I was just fixing that.
Oh, Linda
Then we
Thornsberry.
had-
This is the person that jumped in earlier. Miss Thornsberry, what are you here for, please?
I think I'm in the wrong one. Steve gave me an ID, but I can't find out which one I'm supposed to be in for.
That's landlord tenant.
Yes, yes. I'm looking, 1 second. The name is Jennifer.
Nope, don't need a name. I need a judge.
That's what I'm looking for right now. He gave me the number 297-224-4732. Judge.
Nope,
I don't see it on here.
that's none of ours.
You might want to go on the ROA. You have a notice for 34th district?
He texted me and said we had to be on court at 11.
Who's the
I don't
defendant?
have landlord tenant today is what the problem is.
Stephen Robertson. Okay, so I'll check to see if Judge Green has where I'm supposed to be. I'm not sure, but thank you. Have a good day.
You're welcome. You too. These are 2S4051A31A, B, and C. These are State of Michigan versus Gerald Keon Gibson. The matters were scheduled for 10:15. It's now 11:27 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear.
Are you talking to
Show
me?
cause
Okay.
on a stake. Show cause in A and B, default in C. And then we had Mr. Mitchell, one case that was already in warrant status, and we had 22L5521110 A, B, and C. The A file will be set for show cause. The B and C files will be showing as in default. They were scheduled at 9 a.m. It's now 11:29 by the court's clock. That concludes this morning's docket. This court will stand in recess until 12 o'clock trial. That was not accurate. There is 192635 SM, State of Michigan versus Jacqueline Murray. The matter was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 10:30 a.m. It's now 11:31 a.m. by the court's clock, defendant having failed to appear. Matter will be set for show cause. Now, that is actually the last one for the morning. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Mary Ann and Andy. And Mr. Hadley was coming on. What? No, these are the failures to appear. Hey. Let me stick my head out real quick.
Just baked chips. It's so funny because like she was dieting last winter and I was like on her. Now she's way past me because you know what, your age you lose weight so fast. Me, I like diet for a month and I lose a pound. I'm happy. Okay. Good. What are you here on?
Dewey Bowles and Penny Hensley. I think Denny Bowles was